Welcome. This is Carrie Shell from On Point Quilter. Last week I shared with you how to draft two different heart blocks in Electric Quilt, and then I shared how to combine them in a custom set layout. Now I'm going to take those same two heart blocks and show you a couple of additional layouts that will use those hearts. So let's go ahead and open the project that you did during the last session, and I labeled this one Valentine. Select Design a Quilt from Scratch. One option in creating a quilt with two distinct sizes is to use a horizontal strip layout. Select a new quilt and select Horizontal Strip. Select the Layout tab and select the first strip and change the width to 2 inches. I decided to leave the length at 30. Select the second option, and this one we will incorporate the 6-inch blocks, so we're going to change the width to 6. And under the strip style, we're going to select spaced squares. This is going to allow us to put 3 6-inch blocks in this particular row, plus 4 spacers. Select strip set number 3 and change the width to 2 inches. Select strip set number 4 and change the width to 4 inches. And then select the strip style, space squares, change the number of blocks along length to 5. And so that's going to give us 5 4-inch squares and 6 spacers. Select strip set number 5 and change the size to 2 inches. Click on strip set number 2 and select Clone the selected strip and select Add. Then take one of the 2-inch strips and select Add. Select the 4-inch strip and select Add. Select a 2-inch strip and do an Add, and then select a 6-inch strip and do an Add. Notice that now our finished size is 32 by 38, which is a nice size for a baby quilt. Go to the Border tab and let's change the border to mitered and change the size to 1/4 inch. Go to the Design tab and under Set Block, start by selecting the heart block that we designed at 4 inches. Select the Alt or Options key on your keyboard and select one of the 4-inch spaces on border number 4 and on border number 8. Then select the 6-inch block and with the Alt key or Options if you're on a Mac, click on one of the 6-inch spaces in border number 2 and repeat for border number 6 and 10. Select Fabric Tools, and with the eyedropper, I'm going to find the background, and I'm going to use Swap Color to color all of the rest of the spaces. Then, with the paintbrush, I'm going to select a different fabric, and with the Controller Command key, recolor the binding. Looking at my quilt, I realized I missed the final 2-inch strip, but that's an easy modification. Select the Layout tab and now select one of the 2-inch strips. Make sure the clone selected strip is still on and select Add. Select the Design tab and with Fabric Tools color the final strip. Select Add to Project Sketchbook. For the second quilt, select New Quilt and in the ribbon toolbar select the style Horizontal. Select the Layout tab and change the number of blocks to 2 horizontal and 3 vertical. Change the size of the blocks to 6 inches. Select the finished size of sashing and click on Include Sashed Border. Change the size of the sashing to 4 inches. So we will use the 4-inch blocks in the sashing spaces and the 6-inch blocks in the main spaces. Select the Border tab and we will leave the first border at a 1-inch long horizontal. Select Add And for the second border, change the style to corner blocks and change the size to 4 inches. Select Add and change the last border to mitered and change the size to a 1/4 inch. Select the Design tab and select Block Tools. Select the smaller 4-inch heart and with the controller command key, select one of the corner blocks in the border and select one of the cornerstone blocks for the sashing. Then select the 6-inch block and with the controller command key, select one of the main block spaces. Select Fabric Tools. Using the control or command key with the paintbrush, color the first border and the binding. And select Swap Color and color the rest of the spaces. Select Hide Show Quilt Patch Lines. Notice the size of this quilt is 34.5 by 44.5. Select Add to Project Sketchbook. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed these 2 options for working with blocks of 2 different sizes. For additional tips and techniques, please subscribe to my weekly newsletter at www.onpointquilter.com.